put in 37. The Nets, though, lose in double overtime. Even worse than the loss, both those guys missed out on medals from Nick Wright. So, Nick, bars high. Who made the medal stand?
Yeah, apologies to the make it, take it Nets. You can't make the medal stand. You lose to the Cavs. So we will go to the bronze medalist, Clint Capella. The first 25-5-5 game since young Shaquille O'Neal. Clint Capella against a team that seemingly has nothing but centers, the Detroit Pistons. He goes in and says, I'm the best center in this game. Sorry, Trae Young, you got snubbed because Capella gets your bronze medal. Silver medalist. Hey, look out now. Colin Sexton. 20 straight points, 42 points. The Cleveland Cavaliers have a fun nickname, Sexland, because of Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. Guess what? Darius Garland's not there. Colin Sexton says, I'll take care of it myself. So, Nick, why doesn't he get a gold? He scored 42. He scored 20 in a row. Well, you got to adjust negatively on a curve because he was playing the Nets. So 42 against the Nets is like 34 against a regular team. Gold medalist. Oh, don't look now. Could he? Joel Embiid, man on a mission. Ben Simmons still in his feelings because my guy Daryl Morey maybe allegedly possibly tried to trade him. Joel Embiid says, don't worry about that. We got some unfinished business against these Celtics. I'll give you 42-10 in a big win for the #1 team in the Eastern Conference, the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid gets his gold medal. Brandon Marshall, who you calling? Kyrie? Kyrie just let someone score again. He can't take the call.
No, KD.
He's not available.
KD. No. Kyrie, give KD the phone. Kyrie, I don't want to. Give me.
Oh, they're together.
KD. Hey, I just want to let you know that moving forward, we'll be the only teams that won't be eligible for a medal if we lose. Yeah, Nick Wright just totally changed the criteria. He
Only
totally
if you lose to the Cavs.
Goalpost is moving.
No, I just.
Yep.
No.
Tell James Harden I said hello. All right, see you guys in the final. See you guys in the final.
The joke's on us because he's probably actually talking to him right now. Wilds, though, that's who made it. Tell us who missed it.
Oh, Jaylen Brown scores on Ben Simmons. Guess what he says to Ben Simmons, who's almost 7 feet tall? You're too small. You're too small. Tier alert. Jaylen Brown scoring 26 points a game, averaging 26, also scored 26, so it's a nice combination there. Scoring more than Anthony Davis, more than Kawhi, more than James Harden for the time being, since he's putting up those duds in Houston, more than Trae Young, he is a pure scorer. So start not only the Jaylen Brown All-Star alert, move him up the tiers, Nick. I don't know when you're getting the tier committee
I'm glad
together,
you mentioned the tiers.
Remember, skyrocketing up here.
Wednesday, January 27th, 8 a.m. Eastern. That's when the new tiers get released.
What?
Remember, I told you guys that about a week ago. We've been working on it.
Yeah, gotta wait down.
Yeah.
Nick, take a
Can I
deep
join that
breath.
committee?
Patrick Mahomes back at practice. Got some 18th. For Aaron Rodgers, it is his 5th. And if he wins, well, it's been a minute since we've seen him in the big game. 10 years since his one and only lone Super Bowl appearance. So is Aaron Rodgers feeling any pressure to get the pack back? Why don't we just ask him?
No, I think no more pressure than usual. I think a lot of times, storylines and pressure and those kind of comments are, good stuff for you guys to write about. But I think it starts with the mentality and the focus. Obviously, I put pressure on myself to perform every single week. And I think there's a lot to be said for being able to harness that pressure and the fear of failure and focus it to, real positive. And that's something you learn over the years. But I don't feel any extra pressure going in this week.
I mean, speaking of even-keeled, have you ever seen anyone more laid back before their conference game? Nick, who's got more to gain with a win on Sunday? Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Unquestionably, more to gain is Rodgers. Brady is at the top of the mountaintop. At the top of the mountaintop. You guys understand what I'm saying? Brady is the unquestioned, most accomplished, greatest quarterback ever. And I think right now, if you did some type of poll, who's the greatest football player ever, I don't know if Brady would get a majority, but I bet he'd get a plurality over Jerry Rice. So it's all gravy at this point. We were just talking hoops and Kevin Durant. This is who has more to gain this year by a championship, LeBron James or Kevin Durant? It's unquestionably Kevin Durant because he's still trying to pass all-time greats. That's where Rodgers is. Rodgers right now, think about the quarterbacks we discuss in line with Rodgers. Brady, he's been to 9 Super Bowls, won 6. Peyton, he went to 4, won 2. Montana went to 4, won 4. Elway went to 5, won 2. Rodgers has only been to 1. So even if they lose in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, he gains a lot just by getting to another one. Because while he's not branded on that list of Dan Marino, greatest to never win one, he right now has been to the same number of Super Bowls as Steve Young. And Steve Young's an all-timer. But Aaron Rodgers is better than him. And Aaron Rodgers needs another Super Bowl appearance. He can't go a decade without it. And so I think there is, to me, there's a very simple question. Rodgers has more to gain than anyone remaining except for Josh Allen. I think Rodgers certainly has more to gain than Tom Brady.
I don't think it's that simple, Nick. I mean, you look at Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, man, they underachieve. They botched this dude's career, man. When you look at the all-time greats and you look at their hands, you see multiple rings. Look at Joe Montana. Look at Tom Brady. You see multiple. This dude is 37 years old. You look down and you see 1. This is it. He's not going to go to another Super Bowl, okay? So it's close, but I don't think there's much he can do to cement his legacy. His legacy is what it is. They should have had 3 or 4 Super Bowl titles in Green Bay with this guy. They didn't. To me, it's Tom Brady. And the reason why it's Tom Brady is because there's that question out there, who's the GOAT? Who was the reason why? Is it Bill Belichick or is it Tom Brady? They were together, what, damn near 20 years doing this. Amazing run. We'll never see this again. So now Tom Brady goes in there at 43, wins another Super Bowl. Whoo! Now, Nick, we're not talking about the greatest football player. We're talking about the greatest athlete ever, potentially, Kevin.
Yeah, so I totally agree on the Belichick thing. I think that there's 3 people that Tom Brady can separate himself from, and one of them is Bill Belichick. Because you know, your old buddy KW is a Belichick guy. Old Tom Brady was the beneficiary of the #1 defense, and Tom Brady, God knows Bruce Arians lets him coach, but he didn't call for Malcolm Butler to intercept the ball at the goal line. That was old Bill Belichick. So I feel like I've always been a Belichick guy, but if he gets to the Super Bowl, he doesn't even need to win, Nick. If he gets to the Super Bowl, it's harder for me to make that argument. The other one, near and dear to your heart, from the city with the most fountains in all of North America, Kansas City, Joe Montana. Joe Montana, 49er, goes to Kansas City. Do we really talk about that much? Not really. He went to the AFC Championship, didn't win. If he went to the Super Bowl, I feel like we would remember his Kansas City time totally differently. Last one, another legend. I think he stunk. Well, the Wizards stunk. They didn't make the playoffs. He certainly didn't go to the finals.